Okay, so I've cut these out. I cut it along the lines, the center back line and that side line to make the curve, but I did not cut the top. And I'll show you why. We're going to fold our darts so that our dart legs kiss. Here's what I tell my students. The dart legs kiss. Let me fold it the other way. Fold it up so you can get a better view. Okay, so you're going to grab it in the middle there, fold it, bring the two legs together, and kiss it. Okay, don't worry about trying to get your lines, your waistline, because that's what we're doing right now, is figuring out where that should be. All right, so again, fold our darts, and the flappy part, the fold of the dart intake, always goes towards the middle. Either goes towards the middle or goes down. So if you're doing a bust dart, it should go down. If you're doing a waist dart, it goes towards the middle. Okay, so there's my middle, and I'm going to tape it down. Tape it in place, make it nice and secure. Now notice that the pattern doesn't lay flat anymore, and that's the way it's supposed to be, like that, because it's mimicking how your fabric would be after you do that. Okay, so let's do it real fast with the front. We're in the home stretch here. And I think even if you decide never to make a pattern again, there's the center, so I want to fold it towards the center. Even if you decide, okay, I'll never want to do this again, just at least going through the process helps you understand, I think, better how to use a commercial pattern. That's just my thinking. I know that after I took my first pattern making class, using the commercial patterns made so much more sense. It was amazing to me. It was like, oh, it's like a light bulb went off. And maybe you're one of those people where the light bulb's been on all along, but it wasn't for me. Okay, so now I've got two curly things. I'm going to take my red Sharpie or pencil and the flat part of my French curve, and just like what we did before when we drew the line from G to K, we're going to do it again. We may have to slide it along a little bit. Use the original line, or the temporary line we drew. Use that kind of as a guide, but don't try to get it lined up perfectly. All right. So like I said, I may have to slide it along a little bit. If you need to use your French curve, that will work fine too. Yeah, that's it. Making sure I get all my markings straight. Okay, just slide it along if you need to. You should get a nice, it's not going to be perfectly straight, it's going to be a nice gentle curve. And then we'll do the same thing with the other. We better be almost done. I'm losing my voice. Okay, this front's going to be a little smaller, so. All right, here's my temporary line right there. Use that as a guide. And mark it. And then we're going to cut along our red line with it closed, with the darts closed. And then open up your darts again. Come on, be nice. I was cutting the tape, I wasn't cutting the pattern. Okay, on this one it doesn't, you don't see it, but sometimes when you make a pattern, you'll see a little house at the top of your darts. And it all just kind of depends on the shape of the pattern and what you're doing. If you get the little house at the top of the dart, don't cut it off. It's supposed to be there. That way, when you, this is a part of doing a demonstration I don't like. It's supposed to be there because then that helps your fabric fold the way it's supposed to when you go to sew. Okay, and our last thing we have to do to the pattern itself is we get to use our awl. Put your hand under the pattern, or actually put your pattern down, put your awl at in that hole, and then lift up. And you're going to make a, are you seeing that? You're going to make a hole there. Make it nice and big. Don't be afraid of the awl. Don't be afraid of making the hole, because you're going to need to make a hole big enough that you can mark through it with your pencil later on, unless you choose to just use an awl. That is the pattern, but there's no seam allowances on it. Let me get my fabric and I'll show you what we're going to do next. We are going to draw on our fabric. Okay, so right sides together. I got this so that you guys could see it a little easier. Come on, fold nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, Joann's is making their fabric more and more narrow, and I'm only going to be able to demonstrate how you do it with one piece because I don't have enough for the other. Both pieces don't fit. Okay. For the center, for the back piece, you're going to do everything like I showed you, except you're going to make, that I'll show you with the front, except you make a 1-inch seam. Sorry, move it towards the middle. You're going to make a 1-inch seam allowance on the back instead of the usual 1/2 inch, okay? So just remember 1 inch on the back. So we're going to place this on the fold, and we're going to draw our seam allowances onto the fabric itself. And you'll want to pin it down just to make it more stable if you want. I think I'm okay. Okay, so trace along the bottom edge. We don't need a seam allowance on the bottom edge. Use your ruler to help you guide it, so it's supposed to be a straight line. So use your ruler to help make a straight line. You'll want to use a pencil. I'm using my yellow chalk just so that you can see it easier. So trace all along your edge of your pattern. And since most of it's straight, it's pretty easy to trace along it. And when you get to the curvy part, just kind of turn your ruler. But why do I have to trace right along the pattern? Because when you do your test sample, you'll want to see if it doesn't fit, you want to see, oh, is it the pattern itself? Because this is the sewing line that we're drawing right now. Oh, these have little houses on them. Is it the sewing line? Is it the pattern?